Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's going on at the movies. And there's a legal thriller going on right now called The Lincoln Lawyer. And no, it's not about Abraham Lincoln. It's about Matthew McConaughey in the role of a lawyer who works in the backseat of his own Lincoln Continental. Matthew will be with us in just a minute to tell us even more secrets about his movie. But first, let's take a look at Matthew McConaughey in The Lincoln Lawyer.
Hey, boss. Want me to do something about that? Because I can.
Nah, just keep doing what you're doing.
Boss.
All right, pull over up here.
Counselor,
What can I do for you, big man?
our boy Harold called from the pen, said you're stalling his case till you see some more green.
I don't get paid, I don't work.
We paid you $5,000.
That's long gone, Eddie. It's time to refill the tank.
What? Another 5 grand?
10, either pay me or go with a public defender.
Ain't you gonna count it?
I just did. Let's roll, Earl.
Matthew McConaughey, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
It's great that you're looking lawyerly because you
Yes.
have The Lincoln Lawyer, you know? Sometimes I say to people, you've got to see The Lincoln Lawyer. And they said, is that Abraham Lincoln? Is that, did you test that title through? do you want to tell the people what Lincoln Lawyer really is?
Sure.
Yeah.
The Lincoln in Lincoln Lawyer is about a 1988 Lincoln Continental. And I'm Mickey Haller. That's my office. I ride in the back seat. And a guy, Earl, is driving me. And Earl's probably driving me because I probably defended him, got him off on something, but he didn't have the money to pay me. So he's working off his tab with myself. Plus, my character lost his license a few months back. And now he's just kind of kept Earl on to drive him around. And that's my mobile office. And that's the Lincoln Lawyer, the bottom feeder, the wonderful bottom feeder that Mick Haller is.
The criminal lawyer.
Your car is fun, but it's messy.
Well, that's why it's fun, because it's so messy. Besides, the maid doesn't come till
Till
Tuesday.
Why can't you get a real office?
Well, sweetie, this is a real office. But what's more fun, my office or your mom's?
Yours?
Boom.
And in this movie, you are defending a who?
A guy who's played by Ryan Phillippe. He's, this case comes to Mick Haller. The guy's been accused of rape. And it's a big money case. It's Beverly Hills money. It's real estate money. His family's got money, and it's a big payday. Mick steps up. He's going to change his life. He's going to secure his daughter's life. And he goes to defend this guy and actually believes that he's probably an innocent client. And there's very seldom do you ever really represent an innocent client. There's a line that runs through this film and also in the book of there's nothing scarier than defending an innocent client.
I'm about to go on trial, and yet I couldn't reach you.
It's time for you to go, Louis.
All right. That's a cute picture of your daughter, Haley. She's very pretty. So she's got soccer practice tomorrow, right?
Don't. You think you're the first client to ever threaten me or my family?
All I said was she's pretty.
Are you scared, Louis? Because where you are right now, you're in a very dangerous place.
I ask about this because I'm a major fan of the Michael Connelly novels that these are based on. And so when you're looking at this and looking at it as a project, is it in your head that this is a possible franchise? This is a character that you'd be willing to play more than once?
I thought about it. It wasn't a prerequisite of like, oh, I need to do it because if it does work, we can do more. But I think that part about thinking about it being a franchise is things I'm thinking about more now. We've finished the work. Now I'm selling. Let's see how it does. No matter how good the film is, it has to perform on opening weekend and perform in the box office for the financiers
See
to
that,
say,
people? That's up to you, audiences.
It is.
Yes,
you
it's
go
up
see
to you.
it.
Yeah.
We make a certain. They have a number, I'm sure, you know, that the film has to make, and then if it hits that number, there's pen to paper, you know, on let's get the script, let's line it up, let's do it next summer. You know, it happens very quickly. And you know, as far as my experience right now with Mickey Haller, if the right script comes in and it's done the right way, I'd love to do another one.
How do you research this? Did you go? Did you sit in courtrooms?
I met a federal judge that I spent some time with and went down to his courthouse and sat in on a couple of his cases and just sort of learned the anatomy. That's where I started learning about how the system works. And when I first read the script, I said, like, wait a minute. If you find out that, if you're a defense attorney and you find out that the person you're defending is guilty, you know where the weapon is. You know he's guilty. He's told you he's guilty. The layman and myself said, well, then you go forward and you say, here's the evidence. Not so fast. And so we said, let's argue that so people can understand, so I could understand. Tell me the legalities of why you can't do that. Well, you can lose your license. Well, big deal. So you lose your license. I know a lot of people who would lose their license. I would lose my license if I could put a guilty man away. But there's much more than that. Any evidence that through client-attorney privilege, any evidence that a lawyer comes up with is inadmissible in court. You can only come up with evidence if it is to stop a crime in the future. But anything from this point now to the past, inadmissible. So it wouldn't even be able to be used for a new prosecution if you came up with it. So there's a lot of loopholes that in this game that Mick's got to play and how he works the system.
Can you still do that line?
That's what I love about those high school girls, man. I get older, but they stay the same age.